Give ourselves a few minutes. I think we should be on shortly. Yes, we are on now. Okay, so hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's session. As I mentioned, today's session is going to be with pen and paper. So not just this session, we are going to start a few of these sessions every now and then. I don't know how exactly it will play, but today's session, for example, is all about writing the journal. Now, all of you who know me, who have done anything with me, a program, a workshop, I am always running after you to sit with the journal. Sit with the journal. I teach you how to look at your emotions. I teach you just as you go by, as the day is going by, 20 times in a day, how to look at the emotion. Just by asking yourself, what am I feeling? It's that simple. And yet, I keep telling you, no, you still must do the journaling. And many people come to me and say, oh, I'm able to catch my emotion. I'm able to do everything. So that's the reason why I don't journal. And I remind them that, I journaled and even I could catch my instructions and I could catch my emotions, everything I could also do. And yet I journaled for 10 years nonstop. And even today, when something goes over and I'm not able to deal with it, then I will sit with the journal. And so, as a matter of fact, it is a fun fact that something is indeed right now happening that totally has brought me to a place where I need to sit and journal. So I was just laughing because I said, Matlab, it is such a pertinent topic because not just everybody else is going to journal, but I am also going to journal along with everybody else because these days, whatever is happening right now in and around me has actually triggered me. And to an extent that I didn't even know that this much of an emotion was possible. And it's happening. So I will go into the story in a little bit. However, just to kind of, talk about why to journal, why to journal. When we are looking at our emotions on a going basis, it's happening. We looked at our emotion. We asked ourselves, what am I feeling? We catch the top one or two layers of emotions. But then when we sit down with the journal and when we look at those emotions, sometimes another question will pop up. But why am I feeling angry? Why? Why am I feeling angry with this person? Oh, because they broke my expectation. Now you actually even get to see that, okay, you had some expectations. But why am I feeling sad about this? I'm feeling sad because I will no longer get what I thought was actually due to me. Okay, now, again, we are going to be able to look at a couple of layers underneath. Why is it that I'm feeling sad? Whereas what happens, oh, I'm feeling sad, I release my sadness. So we are able to do the top layer work, but journal always helps us to go couple of layers deeper. It gives us more insight into what we are holding and where all some judgment might be sitting, where all some expectations might be sitting, something that we haven't looked at. Why? Because the finger is on the outside. So, as this happened, as I tell people in Expect Miracles, most of you have actually already done the program. The ones who are watching here, you've already done the program. So we are going to use that as the basis of our journal writing. As the basis, but it gets a little bit simpler. Just to give everybody else an idea of what we do in journal writing. Whenever people do my program, they are told maintain a journal on a daily basis. As you maintain that journal, create 4 columns. The first column is about the story. Whatever has happened that has triggered you, put a story. However, even over there, I remind people that stories are not important. So don't put like 5 pages of the story. Simply put one line. If you had an argument with your mother, brother, sister, father, whoever, if you had an argument, then you simply just put, this is the argument that I had. And, the argument was about money. We fought. Simple, simple as that. Sometimes, when you're writing the journal later, you might forget all the emotions you went through. And so, if it helps you, then write a few more lines. Write a few more lines about, okay, what happened. And so that you can get into the flow, you can recall that incident as to what happened. But otherwise, I normally say, don't get into the story because the story is not important. It is very important actually to simply get to the emotion that you have felt. So when I have 4 columns, the third column is the emotion. And then I tell you that, okay, you can take this emotion and then what we do with it. Prakash Badera. Okay. All right. So then you all know I teach people to release it to the candle. So that's how the journaling moves. There are 4 columns over there. Now, since we are taking it a step further, and I find that people don't journal, so we are going to get you a little bit more to think about, to be able to help yourself with a little bit more deeper insight about you. So, what I have done today is that as you and I are both going to sit together and journal, we are going to take this very easy. I'm going to put out some instructions. I have created a sheet. I'm going to put out some instructions and we will go into those instructions step by step. So let's begin that. I'm going to share that with you. Give me a minute. Let's do that. What am I supposed to do? This is always such fun. I always forget. Okay, here we are. And we make it. Is everybody able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Perfect. All right, you're able to see this. I'm trying to make it into perfect. Everybody able to see it like big?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So then we have journal every day. Be a witness of the play. It reminded me of an apple every day keeps the doctor away. But if the doctor is good looking, well, keep the apple away. So over here, if the story is looking good, then keep the journal away. But right now, to be the witness of the play. So as we begin, so this is the first instruction. We've got this. Mani says, create 2 columns, just simply 2 columns. The actor, first column is the actor that is creating emotion. And the second column is the emotions that are being created. Okay. So you got that. And I'm going to you can take your time, talk about, look at this, look at your last 3 days and take some time to go through the actors that have been creating emotions, not just today. Let's go with the last 3 days. Actors that are creating emotions and the emotions that are being created. Simply two columns.
Now you got muted.
No, I muted myself. So we might have a few of the actors and in place. I will just read out a few more lines just of what you're meant to do. Evaluate what expectations do you have from the actor or the event. Because you see, an actor might even be not a person, it might be an event. So, what expectations do you have or did you have from the actor? What if the expectations are met? What emotions would you have? What if the expectations are not met? What emotions would you have? If the expectations are not met, what action will you take? And then, when you think about the action, what emotion is the thought of action creating in you? To recognize, as we think of all the expectations that we have from actors and events, what we want from a situation, to recognize that these are just our expectations. So, really, we can have all the expectations, but there is no reason why they should be met. They could be met or maybe not. So, when you look at it, that they could be met or maybe not, with this in mind, that this is simply your expectation, are you able to release your expectation? If you have no expectation, then the finger is within. If not, the finger is outside. So that's it. Just simply make a note of whether the finger is within or the finger is outside. Just make a note of that. We are not doing any releases. We are simply just asking for one release at this point, which is, are you able to release your expectation? That's the question. And if you are able to release it, make a note. If you are not able to release it, then also make a note. Simply make a note. And then, oh, did I stop screen sharing? Where did my screen share go?
It's there, ma.
It's
Screen
there.
share is on.
Okay, fine. I don't know where it went from. I can see. Okay, here we are. All right. Okay, here we are. It's not moving to the next one. I wish to, it should be moving on this screen slideshow, right? Okay, here we are. I don't know so much of this technology. Okay, so now ask yourself, this is the next step. Are you able to thank the actor for bringing the awareness of the emotion to you? Are you able to thank the actor for bringing the awareness of the emotion to you? If the actor is a person, hug the person in the energies. If the actor is an event, hug all the persons that you think are related to the event. If you can hug, the finger is within. If not, the finger is outside. And that's okay. It is okay for the finger to be outside. Just simply make a note. Can you hug or can you not hug? Next, read these lines very slowly to yourself several times. I am the vessel holding the emotions. I am the creator of these emotions. This is my experience of this moment. I allow this emotion. It is just a frequency. It is just an emotion. And it is also okay for me to experience this emotion again. So I have a request that I repeat this even in Hindi. Okay. So just to go through the entire exercise in Hindi, हमने 2 कॉलम बनाए. एक में हमने लिखा वो कौन से एक्टर्स हैं, वो कौन है जो पात्रता निभा रहे हैं, जिसमें हमारे इमोशन क्रिएट हो रहे हैं, हमारे इमोशन, हमारे भाव बन रहे हैं. तो पहला तो वो कौन से पात्र हैं, और दूसरा ये इमोशंस कौन से हैं जो कि बन रहे हैं. तो अपने इमोशंस को देखना है, अपनी भावनाओं को पहचानना है. जब आप ये करेंगे तो जरा देखिए कि आपको क्या क्या अपेक्षाएं हैं उन एक्टर्स से. आपके जीवन में जो भी एक्टर्स हैं उनसे आपको क्या अपेक्षाएं हैं, जिनके बारे में आपने एक कॉलम बनाया, उनसे आपकी अपेक्षाएं क्या हैं. जब वो अपेक्षाएं आपकी जो हैं वो पूरी हो जाती हैं तो आपको क्या महसूस होता है. जब वो अपेक्षाएं पूरी नहीं होती हैं, वो आपकी बात नहीं मानते, जैसा आप चाहते हैं वैसा नहीं होता, तो आपको क्या महसूस होता है. जब आपकी बात नहीं मानी जा रही है, आपकी मनमानी नहीं हो पा रही है, तो आप अगला एक्शन क्या लेंगे. और जब आप उस एक्शन के बारे में सोचते हैं तो सिर्फ उस सोच मात्र से ही आपको क्या महसूस होता है. अपने इमोशन को देखिए. इन हर एक जगह पर अपने इमोशन को देखिए. इन सारी पॉसिबिलिटीज पे, ये कि मेरी अपेक्षाएं पूरी हो गई, मेरी अपेक्षाएं पूरी नहीं हुई, मैंने अगला कोई एक्शन लिया, वगैरह वगैरह, उन सब में अपने इमोशन को देखना है. ये जरा सोचिए और समझिए कि ये मात्र आपके दिमाग की उपज है, क्योंकि ये आपकी अपेक्षाएं हैं. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि ये अपेक्षाएं पूर्ण हो ही हों. वो पूर्ण हो भी सकती हैं और नहीं भी. इसको ध्यान में रखते हुए क्या आप अपनी अपेक्षाओं को ही जाने दे सकते हैं. तो जो कोई भी अपेक्षाएं अगर आपकी हैं और आप उनको जाने दे सकते हैं तो बहुत बढ़िया, सिर्फ नोट करिए. और नहीं जाने दे सकते तो उसको भी नोट करिए. और अगर कोई अपेक्षा है ही नहीं तो बहुत बढ़िया, क्योंकि जो उंगली है वो भीतर की तरफ पहुंच गई है. अब आप एक और सवाल पूछिए. जिसने भी ये पात्रता निभाई और आपको दिखलाया, क्या आप उनका शुक्राना कर सकते हैं अभी. शुक्राना किस बात का. इस वजह से कि उन्होंने आपको अपने भीतर जितने भी भाव थे, जितने इमोशन थे, वो उन्होंने आपको दिखलाए. इस बात का शुक्राना कि उन्होंने आपकी मदद की, आपकी ऊर्जा के घड़े में जितने भी इमोशन भरे हुए हैं उन पर रोशनी डाल दें. तो अगर वो व्यक्ति जो है, अगर कोई व्यक्ति है जिसको लेके आपके इमोशन बने, तो उस व्यक्ति को आप हग करिए, उनको शुक्राना करिए, उनको बड़ा सा हग करिए। अगर वो एक व्यक्ति नहीं है लेकिन बाहर पूरी की पूरी कोई परिस्थिति बनी हुई है, तो उस स्थिति में जितने भी एक्टर्स हैं उनको सबको हग करिए। क्या तो आप हग कर पा रहे हैं? हो सकता है दो को कर पाए और एक को नहीं, हो सकता है सभी को कर पाए, हो सकता है किसी को ना कर पाए। जो कुछ भी हो रहा है सिर्फ उसको नोटिस करिए कि आप हग कर पा रहे हैं उनको या नहीं। अगर आप कर पा रहे हैं तो उंगली भीतर की तरफ है, और अगर नहीं तो उंगली बाहर की तरफ है। ये लाइंस बहुत धीरे धीरे, बहुत आराम से, सोच के समझ के कई बार अपने आप से बोलिए कि मैं वो घड़ा हूं, मैं वो घड़ा हूं जिस में ये सारे की सारे इमोशन पड़े हैं। वो घड़ा जो है वो मैं हूं। इन सारे इमोशंस का, इन सारी भावनाओं का सृष्टिकर्ता मैं ही तो हूं। और इस वक्त में, इस क्षण में, इन इमोशंस की जो एक्सपीरियंस बन रही है, जो मेरी अनुभूति बन रही है, वो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है। इस क्षण का, इस मोमेंट का एक्सपीरियंस है। ये अभी का, ये इमोशन, इस भावना का एक्सपीरियंस है। जो कुछ भी भावना मैं अभी महसूस कर रहा हूं, बस ये एक एक्सपीरियंस है इस भावना का। तो इसलिए मैं इस एक्सपीरियंस को होने देता हूं, मैं अलाउ करता, आई अलाउ दिस इमोशन। इस भावना से भाग के भी नहीं जा रहा मैं कहीं, मैं इस भाव को अलाउ करता। क्यों? क्योंकि मात्र एक फ्रीक्वेंसी है, सिर्फ एक फ्रीक्वेंसी ही तो है ये, सिर्फ एक भाव ही तो है। इसलिए इट इज ओके, इट इज ओके टू एक्सपीरियंस दिस इमोशन। कोई बात नहीं अगर कितनी ही उदासी है, तो इट इज ओके टू एक्सपीरियंस दिस इमोशन। और ये भी ठीक है कि आज मैं ऐसा महसूस कर रहा हूं, कल को हो सकता है फिर से ये इमोशन वापस से आए, वो भी ठीक है। इट इज ओके, आई अलाउ। एक इमोशन है, कोई बात नहीं, इमोशन ही तो है। तो इसलिए, क्योंकि मेरा इमोशन है, मेरे घड़े में है, मैंने बनाया है, इस क्षण में उसको महसूस करने के लिए, तो मैं महसूस कर रहा हूं। अपने आप को पूर्ण रूप से अलाउ करिए कि ये महसूस होना है। कोई बात नहीं, कहीं डर के नहीं भागना कि ये इमोशन क्यों आया। बस उस इमोशन को देख जाना है कि मात्र एक इमोशन है, किसी ने मेरे लिए बनाया है, लेकिन घड़ा मेरा है, भाव मेरा है, मेरा सृष्टि है, ये सृष्टि मेरी ही की हुई है। और इस वक्त में ये एक्सपीरियंस मेरा है। उदासी का है तो है, गुस्से का है तो है, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट का है तो भी है, मात्र एक एक्सपीरियंस है। टेक अ डीप ब्रेथ इन, बस एक लंबी सांस, और उसको छोड़ें। और अब सिर्फ एक ही लाइन मैं मीनल हूं। मैं मीनल हूं। मीनल की एनर्जी में हमें अपनी पावर याद आ जाती है। वो पावर जो आप ही की है, लेकिन किसी फ्रीक्वेंसी में वो पावर है और किसी फ्रीक्वेंसी में वो अनुभव नहीं है। तो सिर्फ एक ही अनुभव पे अभी हम ध्यान देंगे, मैं मीनल हूं। लेकिन वो करने से पहले ये वाली लाइनें बहुत बार अपने आप से, जब तक कि आपको ऐसा ना महसूस हो कि ये फ्रीक्वेंसी जो है सिर्फ फ्रीक्वेंसी है, मुझे कहीं नहीं जाना, इसको कुछ नहीं करना, सिर्फ इसको अलाउ करना है। अभी एक मोमेंट के लिए पूर्ण रूप से उसको अलाउ करना है। जब आप अलाउ कर पाए, उसके बाद जब आप सोचें कि मैं मीनल हूं, तो अब जरा देखते हैं, व्हाट आर यू रेडी टू रिलीज, लेट गो ऑफ टुडे। आज अभी इस वक्त में आप क्या रिलीज करने के लिए तैयार हैं? देख लीजिए, मैंने कोई एक लंबी सी लिस्ट दी है। अटैचमेंट टू अ पर्सन, attachment to a thing, attachment to a dream, a desire, a goal, a judgment towards the self, or a judgment towards another. इनमें से एक या दो कुछ भी चुन लीजिए। लिखिए वापस से अपने जर्नल में कि आज आप इनमें से कौन सी चीज छोड़ने को, लेट गो करने को राजी हैं। जो कुछ भी आप करेंगे वो सिर्फ एक छोटा सा स्टेप है, एक नन्हा सा स्टेप है टुवर्ड्स अनकंडीशनल लव, बिना शर्त के प्रेम। तो जब भी आप किसी भी चीज को रेडी टू रिलीज, अ ड्रीम, अ डिजायर, तो खुद के लिए थोड़ा सा अनकंडीशनल लव और बढ़ जाएगा। A judgment towards the self, a judgment towards another, अपने प्रति कोई जजमेंट, किसी और के प्रति कोई जजमेंट। मोह आपका किसी व्यक्ति से, किसी वस्तु से, किसी सपने से, कोई आपकी आकांक्षाओं से, जो भी मोह है, इनमें से आप आज अभी इस वक्त के लिए क्या छोड़ने को राजी हैं? Remember, release is only about you becoming aware that you are holding something that you can let go of in this moment. इस क्षण में आप कुछ भी जो आप सोच लें, इस क्षण में आप वो जाने दे सकते हैं। क्योंकि रिलीज क्या है? रिलीज सिर्फ आपका ये अवेयर हो जाना है, आपका अंदर की तरफ देख जाना है कि अरे मैंने ऐसा कुछ पकड़ रखा है जिसकी जरूरत नहीं है, मैं जाने दे सकता हूं इसको इन दिस मोमेंट। हाँ ठीक है ना, जाने देते हैं, कोई इतनी बड़ी बात भी नहीं है, जाने देते हैं। क्योंकि अगर जाने देंगे तो खुद के लिए प्रेम थोड़ा सा और बढ़ जाएगा। So release is only about you becoming aware that you are holding something that you can let go of in this moment. You might hold it back again tomorrow, and that is okay. क्योंकि कल अगर वो वापस से तुम्हारे पास आ जाए और तुम्हें वापस से दिख जाए, तो करना क्या है? बस यही पेज वापस से खोलना है, यही वेबिनार, यही क्षण खोलना है और उसमें व्हाट आर यू रेडी टू रिलीज टुडे वापस से रिलीज कर जाना है। इट इज ओके, यू कैन रिलीज इट टुमारो अगेन। जितनी बार याद आए कि अरे इसको पकड़ने से तो प्रेम खुद के लिए कम होता है, चलो खुद के लिए थोड़ा सा प्रेम बढ़ा लेते हैं, तो रिलीज कर दे। दैट इज ऑल। व्हाट कैन यू रिलीज in this entire list? You can release one, two, you can pick something on a daily basis, put your attention to it, and say, okay, I let go of this. I let go of this goal. I let go of this dream. At that point, again, put the emotions down. What is it that you are feeling? As you even think of letting go, understand first what you are feeling. तुम्हें क्या महसूस हो रहा है जब तुम कुछ छोड़ने की बात सोचते भी हो? तो क्या महसूस हो रहा है? क्या हल्कापन महसूस हो रहा है या डर महसूस हो रहा है? जो तो डर महसूस हो रहा है, तो वापस से वो जो पुरानी लाइन थी, जो पुराने पेज पे थी, उसको वापस से पढ़ो कि अगर डर है तो कोई बात नहीं, डर ही तो है, सिर्फ एक इमोशन ही तो है। इट इज ओके, आई अलाउ द फियर, आई अलाउ इवन द फियर, आई अलाउ। फर्स्टली फुल्ली अलाउइंग। बदलने की कोई जल्दी नहीं, पहले पेज पर तब तक रहेंगे जब तक यहां पर कि हाँ अलाउ कर सकते हैं। कोई बात नहीं अगर दोबारा कल से फिर से आ जाएगा तो, कोई बात नहीं, फिर से महसूस कर लेंगे। इट इज ओके फॉर मी टू अलाउ, एंड ओनली देन सिट एंड सी what you can release. And next, what are you ready to celebrate in this moment? What are you ready to celebrate in this moment? Journal करें. In this moment, I feel like a winner because, or I feel awesome because. In this moment, I feel like a winner. Somebody asked that I should share this again. वैसे भी जब हम ये खत्म करेंगे तो ये वेबिनार जो है वो रहेगा यूट्यूब पे, तो आप जाके और ये चार्ट दोबारा से देख सकते हैं। So this is our deeper journal. हम लोग कितने सालों से करते आए हैं और फिर हम रिलीज करते हैं। और मैं कितनी ही बार समझाती हूँ कि रिलीज करने से पहले, कुछ भी रिलीज करने से पहले पहला स्टेप है एक्सेप्टेंस। पहला स्टेप है एक्सेप्टेंस एंड अलाउंस। लेकिन लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता, तो बैठे हुए होते हैं, रिलीज नहीं हो रहा, फियर रिलीज नहीं हो रहा, वगैरह वगैरह। सो इन दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस, दिस नेक्स्ट स्टेप टू जर्नलिंग, as you can see, release is a very small part of the process. कुछ रिलीज करना हो तो it's okay. If you want to release something, it's okay. It is just important for you to know what you are holding. It is important for you first to accept that it is just an emotion. It is okay for it to come back again. Most of you do not find it okay. Most of you are always running. If it comes back again, you are running to release it. And so coming back to this place again and again to say, it has to be allowed. It has to be released. It has to be first allowed, and only then can it be released. So hopefully in this particular webinar, as you have understood the journal a little bit more, now I leave it to you to do this journaling in this particular format for 1 week. And then we will meet here again next Saturday with a few more different tools. So just only getting to see कि over the next 7 days, can you open this webinar? Can you go through the list? Can you see कि अच्छा क्या लिखा है? उसको बार बार पढ़ना है, और जितनी शांति से मैंने बोला उतनी ही शांति से बैठना है. Just to be able to sit with you and the journal and the pen. Let me see if anybody has any questions. Okay. So somebody said, what if the actor is my own thoughts? And that's okay. Your own thoughts have a frequency, the emotion. So it is always that we tell you that recognize the emotion, not just your thought. Don't stay only at the thought level. Recognize, what am I feeling? So when somebody says something and you have a rush of thoughts over it, simply recognize that there is a frequency related to those thoughts, and then go through the exercise. What if expectations are from the self? Sorry. What if expectations are from the self? Well, it is the same thing. Where is the actor? You. That's it. And still, with that actor, it is not from any other external actor, but this is the external actor. You in the body, your expectations are from yourself. That itself is an external factor. You are not just the body. So if you have expectations over there, again, take a look at it. See how many times we have already spoken that expectations, the only link of the expectations is if they are met, okay, you get some joy, but then they are created at another level. But then when they are not met, what do you get? You get hurt, you get disappointed, you get angry, you get so, you get all kinds of hurt, all for yourself or even from another. And so even these expectations that you have, those are attachments to outcomes. So when you are releasing those attachments, release the attachment to the outcomes as well, because that is what is your expectation from yourself. You will meet some, you will not meet some. The ones where you don't meet your expectation is going to create a lot of hurt and disappointment in you. So the process is exactly the same. The process doesn't vary because that outside actor in this case is just you only. Okay, huge shift. I allow. Wonderful. Amazing. Love you. Thanks a lot for this exercise. Wonderful. Okay. Meema looking so beautiful. Thank you very much. Both slides put up on the guide group. Okay, wonderful. When I put up the video, you can even tell me how to put up those slides, maybe in the comment section or something. You can put up those slides. पंछी बनी उड़ती चलूं मस्त गगन में. पंछी उड़ते हैं ना, तो ये चलूं कहां से आ गया? आज मैं आजाद हूं दुनिया के चमन से. Okay. When we say allow it, how long do we continue to allow, as in continue to experience it? Wow. How long do we continue to allow? As soon as you ask that question, what do you want to do after you are continuing to experience it? You want to disallow it. That disallowance is not coming from acceptance of this fact. It's just an emotion. It can come again. That last paragraph, please read 100 times, only because the last line over there, it says, I do allow if it comes back again. It's okay for me to experience if it comes back again. But already, oh no, how much time should I allow it for? Should I go for 30 seconds? Should I go for 3 hours? How much time? You tell me how much time I can allow, because after that, I don't want to allow. Sometimes the emotion continues. Well, that's the whole point. This time, I'm asking you to allow it. Only because when I said release it, you're like, but it's come back again. But it's come back again. Are bhai, it's just an emotion. The first line in that first positivity process says, I accept, I allow. It says that, but you don't listen. You haven't listened for the past as many years as that positivity process is out there. Maybe you want to go back to that 2-minute video and see that I actually do say it, that you allow and accept because it's just an emotion. So, how much time, how long do I continue? How much time should I clock it? Emotions don't work by the clock. They never have. Do you say, okay, fine, now I'm done with this emotion. Now I'm going to move to the next one? No. It is only when you shift your frequency to something else will the emotion, which is exactly the frequency, that will change. So I cannot give you a time limit. Otherwise, I would say, okay, fine, 3 seconds. Okay. In 3 seconds, that's it. You allow it and then you change the emotion. Can you do it? 3 seconds is good enough. Is it good enough for you? Okay. After allowing, I fear I will sit in it and fear that I will manifest the same outside. I understand it is the frequency of fear only. So, okay. So what should I do about it? If it's a frequency of fear and you're going to sit and then you're going to fear that it is going to manifest the same only, you can, if you want, go back to that first slide. I put up one and read that last paragraph slowly 100 times till it sinks in that it is just an emotion. 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 Yeah, that's all that the suggestion is. After allowing, you sit in it and you will continue to sit in it. And what if you will only sit in fear frequency the rest of your life? Well, understand firstly, it is just an emotion. If you don't understand it, you can't change it. That's why you haven't changed it. Over the past 5 years that I have known you, you haven't changed it. Why? because you haven't allowed it. And so today, this process is for helping you to allow it. But if you don't want to do it because it will manifest, continue with the previous process and go ahead. Keep running to change it. Keep running to change it. It hasn't worked in the last 5 years. It's not going to work now. Okay, wonderful. All right, everybody. This was the journal writing session for today. I think we will continue for a few more sessions, bringing up a few more things, a few more ways of how to look at whatever is happening outside. But here it is. You have the next 6 days or 7 days till your till your next Saturday. So please, this is a new format. Try. It's actually not a new format, but it's just taking you a little bit deeper. And what you are meant to do, even otherwise, in the journaling, this is just simply taking you into that space and helping you look at where all you are getting stuck. Okay, everyone, if you have any more questions, keep them ready for the next time. When we come back, we will review this particular process for a few minutes before we jump into the next process for the Saturday coming up. All right, everyone, lots and lots of